YouTube. Today we're trying out a brand new team, and this team has a really interesting combination: Scope Lens Palkia with Geomancy Xerneas. And this team was a few placements off, I think, from qualifying for the Japan National Championship. It got like 1877 in the February International Challenge, and yeah, it was just a few points off. However, we're going to see if it's good, because I don't know, we didn't really see this duo in 2016, so I have not much experience with this kind of duo. We'll see what kind of tools it has and if they work well together. But if you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. If you want to check out the details of the team and the creator, I'll link them down below in the description. And of course, grab the rental code right here on your screen. But let's get started and play some games. Hey, are y'all subscribed to the channel? About 50% of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed to the channel. If you would like to see more cool teams this month, make sure you do so. Thank you. So we have a Calyrex, Ice Rider, a Kyogre, the NDD with Porygon 2, Regieleki, and Urshifu. What do I want to bring against these six? Where we do have to worry about Eerie Impulse from the Porygon 2 and the fact that Recover is pretty much guaranteed on the Porygon. So those are things that I do have to consider here, and it can be pretty tough. What to expect from their side? I guess what's interesting is they don't have an easy way to activate weakness policy. That is probably something that I do have to note here, because Calyrex, I don't know if it's going to be the policy Calyrex. I mean, I have seen sashes before. I'm not sure if this is the team that ended up having that sash Calyrex. If it is going to be the sash Calyrex, it's actually pretty difficult, I think, for me. However, we'll just have to wait and see. I think Amoonguss is probably a good lead for the most part, because if they lead something that threatens the Amoonguss, Incineroar is usually just always a safe pivot for the most part. I guess if they lead both the restricteds here, which I don't think they lead both of the restricteds here, that could be pretty concerning. Maybe a Palkia lead was correct here, because Palkia could be really nice, especially just drawing off damage, especially if we can get the crits with Spatial Rend. We're going to see Porygon 2 and NDD. All right. Pretty passive. I don't think this is too bad. I think I go for a Spore immediately. I don't think I mind. Yeah, I think I go for Spore into Porygon immediately. I'm pretty sure I do. It's just Eerie Impulse is always tough to play around. The Psychic Seed from the NDD, so it shouldn't be max special attack on this team. Okay, let me think about this. My Amoonguss would be faster than Porygon. However, under Trick Room, if they go for the Trick Room option, I just don't know. A double up could also knock out the Amoonguss. So there's a lot of things that are probably going against me right now. I think Incineroar is the right play here, and probably just Geomancy up, because I think just sending up to Geomancy is okay in this position. It should be a pretty strong position to just have the boost ready, and I could probably play around the Porygon. I think I do have some options. I think I do have some options here. I do want to scout for the Eerie Impulse though, and I think I'll do that on turn 2. I think this turn, I think they would Dynamax. Who are you? Dynamax Porygon? Okay, so I don't have to worry about Eerie Impulse. Very nice. It's Dynamax Is this helping hand? Is this helping hand Hailstorm? That'd be funny if it is. Okay, no, it's Expanding Force, I think, Hailstorm. Or maybe it's Max Strike here. I can see Max Strike as well. I have seen, I guess, some of the teams where they run the Ice Rider Porygon 2 and they end up Dynamaxing the Porygon. That has been, in some cases, a thing. I was not expecting it on this team. I'll definitely tell you that for sure. We will just protect a Geomancy up with our Xerneas here. And let's see what they decide to go for here. Whether Expanding Force, don't crit my Xerneas. My Xerneas should eat this up very nicely with the +2 special defense. Nice, we take that beautifully, and Max Strike does come out into the Incineroar slot. That is a-okay. All right, that does so much damage. What? That's off Hyper Beam for sure. That's off Hyper Beam for sure. I do want Incineroar alive. I think I'm just gonna go into, I think I'm gonna go hard into Amoonguss and just Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, I'm just gonna Dazzling Gleam here and go for a, I guess, no, I should have maxed, because I don't need Spores in this game. I need power and bulk. I should have maxed Xerneas here. I think maxing Xerneas was 100% the right play. Well, I mean, I get good damage against both here. I probably two-shot anyway. They follow me, which is actually perfect. Okay. So that's ideal. I don't want to Incineroar gone. That's the thing. Dazzling Gleam gonna come out into both. Two shot on the Entity, which is perfect. They go for a max strike once again into the Xerneas this time around. We should take this. Okay, we do. Perfect. Okay. I don't think this is too bad because I can go for... Entity's probably faster. I guess this is still tricky. I mean, I definitely think I go for the Spore here into the Porygon. I think I always Dazzling Gleam anyway. I could Dazzling Gleam Spore here, and I think that's correct. The only problem is Entity. I'm worried about how much damage is coming up because I'm going to be at -3 speed with Xerneas, and I think that's pretty bad. I think I have to Rage Powder here, actually. No, I think I do have to Rage Powder. Yeah, I'm going to Rage Powder Dazzling Gleam. I'm going to Rage Powder Dazzling Gleam here. Oh, this works out perfectly. If I went for the Spore, that was a huge throw. Okay, that works. I get the Rage Powder off. This is still not exactly amazing. I do get the KO on Entity, and I got a lot of damage to a Porygon, and it's in range of another Gleam. I don't know if I lose a Mungus here to max strike. So this is going to be close. That actually O-code. Very, very shocked it did. All right. Mungus goes down. I think it's okay. I think Palkia comes in now, and Palkia is in a pretty good spot. Palkia is an amazing spot to KO the Porygon, I think, with max move. Yeah, I think this is all right because I can go for Max Dragon if Calyrex comes in, and I think that's like the Pokemon I'm scared of the most here. Yeah, it is. Okay, this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. The Porygon's super weakened. Got rid of their Follow Me Mon. The restrictors are in the back. However, I still have Max, and Max Palkia is a huge threat to them, and they can't really damage my Palkia with Kyogre or the Calyrex if it's taking a Max Dragon attack drop. So I guess this is all right here. We're going to see the Kyogre come in. No surprise. We're going to go for... I could Dynamax Xerneas too. Like, why wouldn't I Dynamax Xerneas and take the knockout on Kyogre? I guess I risk crit. Oh, I mean... I just don't know here. I just don't know. Do I want to go for that? I have a few things. I'm at -3 speed with the Xerneas, so I am going to be... I mean, I probably actually... This is Trick Room Kyogre, which I think it is, unless it's the Scarf Kyogre. If it's the Scarf Kyogre, that's awkward. I guess what I can do is I go for the Max Whirlwind here into the Porygon, and I Protect here. Because I want to find out who is... like, what the speed tier is, I guess. Who's faster between Palkia and Porygon. I guess I could have Spatial Rended here. I think Spatial Rend might have been correct, but I mean, Kyogre does so much damage. I don't know if that's worth it. So I think I will just Dynamax the Palkia here, and I'll take it. Because if I'm faster than Kyogre, maybe I could go for Max Flare the next turn, which wouldn't be bad. I'm just super worried if this is Scarf Kyogre, which is why I think I'm going to Dynamax the Palkia instead of the Xerneas. I think it is Scarf, based on how the fact that they went for the Origin Pulse. Okay. So if it's just Origin Pulse, it's not really that much of a threat. Oh wait, it's Life Orb. You're a Life Orb, Kyogre? Okay. We're able to get a good amount of damage into the Porygon. Pick up that knockout. We get the attack drop on the Kyogre. Doesn't matter here. What's going to matter is the next turn. We're probably going to see the Calyrex come in. I think the best play is actually to swap out the Xerneas into Incineroar. Calyrex does come out, no surprise. And I think we Max Dragon the Calyrex. Yeah, we Max Dragon the Calyrex for sure. Okay. I'm going to Max Dragon the Calyrex and swap into Incineroar. Life Orb Origin Pulse is definitely going to knock out the Xerneas at this range. I'd rather just get the Intimidate off in the Calyrex then. And then maybe my Xerneas, when it's back to neutral speed, is going to outspeed the Kyogre. I think that's worth it here. Let's see if Dynamax Palkia, especially if we can crit. We have a Scope Lens. It'd be nice to crit here. It'd be good for the end game. Water Spout. Okay. That did a ton to Xerneas. Definitely would have picked up the knockout. Okay. So what are we going to see from Calyrex? Are you faster? You're not max speed. Oh, wait, no. Calyrex max speed is like 100 something. It's not 120. Okay. We do get a big Max Dragon off into the Calyrex here, so it's at -2 attack. Don't have to worry about that Pokemon really damage-wise. Are they Trick Rooming? No, just Glacial Lance, okay? Doesn't do that much. Perfect. Perfect. And Psychic Terrain's gone. I go hard into Xerneas here. I think we click Max Flare here. I think we click Max Flare into the... I'm pretty sure we click Max Flare into the Kyogre, actually. Because I think Calyrex has to protect here. I'm like pretty sure it does. Well, do they even have protect? I guess is the question. That could be a thing. But I think Max Flare into protect is okay here. If they Trick Room, I don't think this is too bad of an option. They go for Helping Hand. Okay, this actually works out perfectly. This works out perfectly. So this is, I think it's that team with the Focus Sash Calyrex, because I did do a ton of damage to them. They go for Blizzard. Okay. Okay, good miss there. I don't know how much I would have done. Would have probably done a decent amount. But now I had the Max Flare up, so I can't get frozen. And now Xerneas actually threatens a lot of damage with Moonblast. So this is ideal. I'm going to Flamethrower the Calyrex and Moonblast the Kyogre. Okay, I think this should seal it up here. Although Blizzard is, I guess, concerning still. I guess we're going to Flamethrower and Moonblast. I'm pretty sure we're okay. Helping Hand's going to come out. They're just going for Blizzards, aren't they? Oh boy. Okay, they were max speed. They go for Helping Hand, Life Orb, Blizzard. It knocks out my Xerneas. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, I did not think it was Life Orb Blizzard. I didn't think that would knock out Xerneas either. Wow, I'm actually... I mean, I guess Life Orb on top. Okay, we have to dodge a Blizzard, and we got a Spatial Rend here. Probably Spatial Rend crit, or we have to dodge two Blizzards. They go for Protect here. They're stalling... Should have went for Trick Room. Unless they're stalling out the Sun. I guess I could have went for Trick Room there. If I went for Trick Room, I had a higher odds. And I had to dodge one anyway. Okay, they missed one Blizzard. Can we get the crit? Scope Lens Palkia? Scope Lens Palkia, please. Scope Lens Palkia, please. We actually got it. No way. No way. No shot. No shot. Oh man, that is some gaming right there. Dodged two Blizzards in the end game, and then Scope Lens, Spatial Rend, crit. Okay, what went wrong there? What went wrong there? I guess the Max Strike was doing way more damage than I expected. That has to be like Max Special Attack Porygon, but I didn't think it could knock out my Amoonguss and in like that much to Incineroar in that much positions. I don't know, because that was like max speed Life Orb Kyogre. Sets wise, it just caught me really off guard. I don't know, maybe I guess I could have respected it earlier. I guess since it wasn't weakness policy on the Calyrex, I should have went for the Max Flare earlier. If I went for the Max Flare earlier, well, the thing is, I like the Max Dragon drop still on the Glastrier, or not Glastrier, the Calyrex, because -2 Glacial Lance didn't do much damage. I don't know. They still have to hit Blizzards at the end of the day. Of course, it's an unreliable move, but I don't know if I could really play too much around it. The Trick Room I could have done, though, on their Protect. Trick Room I could have done on their Protect for sure. That was definitely an option that I had there. Maybe could have Dynamaxed to Xerneas, though. I think that's like one thing I could have done. Dynamaxed to Xerneas early might have been more helpful. I was worried, though, if I Dynamaxed to Xerneas, though, and I got to -3 still, like speed wise, I was worried about like the Xerneas HP was still pretty low, and then I was worried about Calyrex Ice Rider cleaning up. I don't know if there's like a really safe play that I had there. Realistically, it just worked out. If you currently enjoyed the content you're watching and want to see more of it, make sure you check out my other YouTube channels, my second YouTube channel, my Eclipse channel, and of course make sure you follow the action live on my Twitch channel. All links available in the description down below. Okay, we have a Zacian, Kyogre, Incineroar, Rillaboom, Zapdos, and the Whimsicott here. So pretty standard Zacian Kyogre team with a lot of interesting questions. I mean, Whimsicott is something we commonly see. The big question here is, what is the move pool? I imagine Tailwind we're going to see. I don't know if we'll see Energy Ball or Moonblast. Maybe it won't even run a grass move or an attacking move in general. If it has Fake Tears or Helping Hand, I'd imagine it has one of the two. Fake Tears would be really bad. I think Helping Hand is all right, because Fake Tears into Palkia would be terrible, which I think I am going to lead Palkia. Palkia seems pretty good lead wise. There is a Zapdos though, and that is a big question of Life Orb or Safety Goggles, because I don't know if I can really play around I don't think I can play around it. Do I have Eerie Impulse on the Regieleki? I think I'm Thunder Wave on this team. Yeah, I'm Thunder Wave on this team, which isn't helpful. I do think I don't have Parting Shot on the Incineroar Eater, which is really weird. I do think that they're leading the Zapdos, and I don't know what my lead here is to counteract it. I think it's Palkia. I just don't know. Maybe Palkia, Amoonguss, Incineroar, Kyogre. I think I just lead the Amoonguss. Oh no, if they lead Whimsicott and they have Taunt, I'm in a bad spot. This just seems tough. I think Zapdos, because Life Orb Zapdos with Helping Hand or Fake Tear support just seems really difficult, I think, for me to play around. Because I guess I could go Eleki. However, Eleki kind of just loses to the Tailwind mode of this team generally. They do lead Whimsicott Zapdos, which I'm not surprised. It is really strong of a lead here. And I could bank on some stuff. I mean, Double Protect is pretty safe. I don't have a Koba Berry, so it doesn't affect anything. If the Whimsicott has a surprise Encore, that could be terrible. However, I don't see a reason why we wouldn't Scout for it, right? I think if there's any opportunity to Scout for a move, it's here. And then we can play accordingly. I have no idea what their sets are. If they have Safety Goggles on the Zapdos, that could be concerning. I think they're just going to max the Zapdos, so at least we're going to stall out a Dynamax turn here. However, what are the next couple turns? Because I want to find out if it's Taunt Whimsicott or not. If it's Taunt Whimsicott, then I just throw off a Flamethrower, I think, and sack Amoonguss. I think that's like my option here. And if it's not, should be all right. Because I gotta get rid of that Whimsicott, I think, before oh, they don't max. Okay, is it Eerie Impulse? If it's Eerie Impulse, we get to find out a set, which is actually really good. It is Fake Tears into Amoonguss and Hurricane into said Amoonguss. I don't know if they're gonna readjust now. That is, why didn't they max? I guess maybe they were just worried about me double protecting here and now they're gonna max. I don't know. I think I go hard in Incineroar here and I Trick Room. I have to gamble, right? Because this is a Fake Tears, which was my worst possible situation, by the way. Helping Hand was a lot easier to deal with because I'm pretty sure that I live at least a Helping Hand Airstream with Palkia. I don't think I live a Fake Tears one. Of course, it depends on item too. I'm gonna go Incineroar here. I guess what I could have done maybe was I could have just swapped Amoonguss into Incineroar and I could have protected Palkia. And the worst I took was like a Hurricane or Airstream, and then I had Fake Out Trick Room. That might have been better actually, yeah. I think looking back at it, that was probably the play. Otherwise, this is probably going to be dependent on what they decide to target. I'm hoping it's the Amoonguss again because Amoonguss is a threat. Although I have no clue. Fake Tears. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. We see the Airstream come out into the Incineroar slot as well. Okay, so we do survive. Perfect. That is ideal. Probably the best ideal turn I could have gotten because we got to trick him off as well. And we stalled out a Dynamax turn. Really huge. We go for the Trick Room. Once the guy goes down to Flamethrower plus Thunder Punch, right? Fake Tears, I don't think they have room in their moveset for Encore. If they have Encore, yeah, but I think I'll play a little bit risky here. I think I do want to play risky here. Let's go for it. It might sack the Whimsicott, which... Oh, wait. This might not have been smart. Oh, no, they do swap to Kyogre. Easy Kyogre. Okay, I was like, wait, this might have been a terrible idea. If they Fake Tears to zap the Palkia, I'm in a bit of trouble, aren't I? Although I am taking a lot of damage from Palkia, so this still might not be ideal. Thunder Punch into the Kyogre. I was thinking like this was just Okota Whimsicott, and then I forgot about the Fake Tears being Prankster, and I'm like, oh wait, oh that could have been bad. I got a burn on the Kyogre, huge. Not really. I don't think it matters too much. We do see the Max Lightning into... Oh, they go for Incineroar. Huh. This is a very unique position, I guess. Yeah, this is a really unique position. Wait, have we seen item on Zapdos? No, it should be Goggles. Yeah, it should be Goggles on this team. All right, Harden to Xerneas we go. Harden to Xerneas. I guess Zacian's actually still really scary in the back, huh? Yeah, it is going to be scary in the back. It should be max speed Kyogre. I don't think this would be a slow Kyogre. It makes no sense on because they don't have anything that's like would be like Trick Room Reliant or super bulky, I think. I Spatial Rend here. And I think I Geomancy. Well, the thing is, if I Geomancy, I'm in a little bit of trouble, right? I think I just Spatial Rend Protect. Yeah, I'm going to Spatial Rend Protect. Oh, this might not have been the right play still. This seems really difficult against Zacian. Maybe Dynamax and Flare was the right call. I think Dynamax Flare and then Moonblast to Kyogre was the right call. Although I just didn't know the speed tier on the Kyogre. I am able to knock out the Kyogre. Nice. It doesn't matter. I think this is into Palkia though. We see Airstream. Gonna target down. Oh no, it's in the Xerneas. Okay. Okay. This is huge. This is huge. They also have Electric Terrain. So they have Zacian and Whimsicott in the back. There should be Zacian coming out. Yep. Oh, I still might have played this. Maybe I did need Incineroar. Yeah, Incineroar is one of my few answers to Zacian if I didn't have Eliki. And I really didn't want to bring Eliki against this team because it looked like Eliki kind of gets overwhelmed, I think. I think we go for Spatial Rend. I think it's Spatial Rend here. Or Flamethrower. Do I go Flamethrower? The thing is, how many turns of Terrain are left? 2? Okay. I guess I Dynamax here. I go for Spatial Rend into the Zapdos. Don't hard swap here. If they hard swap here into Whimsicott, oh man, we're in trouble. If we're in trouble if they do that. Harden Amoonguss. Dynamax the Palkia. And then I think we max Flare the next turn. I want this drop onto the Zacian to set, because it protects my Amoonguss from taking too much damage unless they doubled up with Hurricane plus Behemoth Blade, and I don't think that's the case. I get rid of the Xerneas, just turn off the field because I don't want the Fairy Aura affecting me, because that would be bad. I think this is the best mid ground that I have. Max Dragon, I don't think KOs the Zapdos. Yeah, it doesn't. It should put in range of Max Flare though, which is one positive here. If they have Sub, this is going to be a bit tricky. If they have Play Rough, also tricky. Gonna be Behemoth Blade. All right. Did he double up though? That's the big question. Did you double up? Okay. Amoonguss survives. What did the Zapdos do? Eerie Impulse. Do I have enough firepower? I think I do. I mean, I can crit. I can just crit. I think I just max Flare to Zapdos and I just protect here, right? Lesser Trick Room. Yeah, I think that's always a play. I might just still lose because I think the Zacian Zapdos is just being too strong. Yeah, there is the Whimsicott. Okay, I got something good here. I got a huge max Flare off into Whimsicott. Gets rid of this rain, which is really important. And okay, not too bad. Not too bad. We're gonna see Zacian protect. Okay, I wish I Giga Drained the Whimsicott then. However, not terrible. Here comes a Flare into the Whimsicott. Good damage, not too much, however, still a pretty solid amount. And this is tricky. I think we have to Flare to Zacian and we have to we Rage Powder. I feel like we live a Play Rough into a Moonblast. Is Terrain over? No, Terrain's still on the field. It doesn't even change much. I guess we do Rage Powder. I mean, what does Rage Powder really change in this situation? Sacred Sword damage? They're probably just Behemoth Blading my Amoonguss anyway, and I imagine I'm just going down to it. I think I just double up the Zacian. Okay, they do swap into the Zapdos, which is actually perfect because I get rid of the Zapdos, which is actually really nice. And I still have... Okay, they Moonblast. Okay, I'm still around. Huge. Next Flare. Okay, maybe I have a shot. Maybe I do have a shot. I KO the Zapdos here. And I get damage into Whimsicott. Alright. I might still lose in the end game. Still a tricky end game because I still go down to Behemoth Blade because they get to reset the +1 from the Interpret Sword, and then yeah, I mean this is still tough of an end game. Zacian comes in. I could Rage Powder here. They're gonna Moonblast. I can't swap because the Fairy Aura screws me over. Okay, I think I have to Trick Room here. right? I think it's Trick Room here. And I think I Rage Powder. Yeah, I think I Rage Powder. Okay. This might be doable. This might be doable. Come on. Come on. This looks really tough. Behemoth Blade into... Or what I could have done was Spore Exhaustion. Actually, I should have Spore Exhaustion. Well, no. If it was Taunt Whimsicott, you always make this play. Although, I guess it's not Taunt. Moonblast going to come out into Palkia. Okay, don't crit. All right. No special attack drop either. Here comes a Trick Room. It's the question, do I have enough firepower for the Zacian? I mean, that's the big one here. We go hard into Xerneas here. And... Okay, this is where it gets tricky. I think they want to target down my Zacian slot. Or not my Zacian, my Palkia slot. We Dazzling Gleam into Flamethrower here. We have a chance to crit. No, I think I Moonblast to Whimsicott. I don't know. Is that guaranteed Gleam range? What did we hit it with? We hit it with a max flare earlier. It should be Gleam range. It should be Gleam range. It shouldn't be max HP Whimsicott. Okay, Flamethrower. In Sun. No Scope Lens. Okay. Dazzling Gleam into both. We knock out the Whims. Okay, who did the Zacian target? Because it could... I think it's Palkia always. Did you Behemoth Blade my Xerneas? Wait, they Behemoth Blade my Palkia. Okay, this is really close. This Moonblast KO the Zacian. You think Moonblast KOs the Zacian? How many times did Trick Room left? 3, right? Yeah, okay, so they need triple protect. We got a Moonblast. Maybe I should have protected. Okay, does Moonblast KO the Zacian? That's a huge question. Oh, so close. Man, I feel like I had so much here. I think I made a lot of the right plays, but it just didn't work out. Whew. It was fun. What can I figure out though? Because there's obviously something I could have done better. Maybe... I think Trick Room's correct. I don't know, right? Because I Trick Room in that position. I think endgame wise, I put it to the best possible position I could have gotten, right? I guess the only thing is if Giga Drain KO'd the Zapdos, I Giga Drain the Zapdos slot and I Max Flare the Whimsicott, so I don't have to spend the time targeting the Whimsicott. Maybe... I guess one thing... Oh, wait. Maybe one thing I could have done was No, that doesn't work. I was thinking like I could double up the Zacian, leave the Whimsicott alone when I Dazzling Gleamed, but that doesn't make sense because they just Moonblast my Palkia, then the Behemoth Blade gets redirected into the Xerneas, which is why they made that play, which makes a lot of sense. I guess what I would have had to do there, Dazzling Gleam, protect the Palkia. If I Dazzling Gleam, protect the Palkia, that was the end game mistake. Okay, I had to call which slot the Zacian was targeting. Because if they target the Xerneas, I think I just won with Palkia, assuming no triple protect. And if they... Well, I guess if Sun gets stalled out, I don't remember how many turns of Sun were there. Maybe like I would have still lost, but I could have went on Scope Lens crit. But I guess protecting the Palkia and Dazzling Gleam was the best play then. Yeah, that probably was the best play now to think about it. So close though, but that matchup was pretty tough. But I think I put up a good fight against it. I do think the Incineroar play earlier though from turn 1 is definitely something that could have been adjusted as well. I do think that matchup's pretty tough, but I think it was doable, and I think we did have a few plays that could have definitely swung it. Okay, we have Palkia and Calyx Ice Rider with Sun, no Venusaur. All right. What do I like here in the matchup? I guess Xerneas. Xerneas does do really well here. Incineroar as well. Amoonguss probably okay. I'm not too sure. I kind of just want to lead Palkia. I think Palkia lead is actually pretty good. Palkia Xerneas actually might be an okay lead here. It might be. I could be wrong here. I do like it. I do like Palkia here. I mean, Palkia is all right. Maybe Palkia. Yeah, Palkia Xerneas, I think. Because I don't know. I feel like I could see them leading Follow Me plus the Palkia lead. Or maybe they lead Calyrex, and if they lead Calyrex, I just go into Instant. I don't think it's too bad. I think that's all right. Yeah. And have Amoonguss. I'm pretty sure this is right. I just don't think Regieleki or Landorus helps in this matchup. I think it's just going to be these 4. Let's see how this one's going to go, because there is a Palkia that can dish out a lot of damage. The Torkoal Sun seems pretty difficult if I don't have the right tools. However, I do have a Palkia, I suppose, which is good against the Torkoal. Don't know if they bring it. We're gonna see the Calyx plus the Indeedee. All right. So this is a very big classic here as we lead our Xerneas plus our... Okay, Xerneas plus Palkia. I wonder, are they going to go hard in Amoonguss? I could reverse Trick Room, Geomancy if I expect to follow me Trick Room, which is an option. It is an option. I can max Dragon Geomancy. That's a way to get really good offensive pressure here. While I don't really like that though. I think it's just Incineroar here. I think it's hard in Incineroar and we're going to Geomancy. I think Geomancy immediately is okay here. It depends. Do they go hard in Amoonguss is the question. I have no clue. I guess it's okay since we'll have safety goggles and Incineroar out on the field. And then maybe we Dynamax the Incineroar and Max Flare the... I guess we could do that. Yeah, if they go for Trick Room Amoonguss swap, we just go for the Max Flare and protect Xerneas. And that isn't too bad. I guess that will be my play. Because I don't know what else would I really accomplish otherwise. We're going to swap out into our Incin here for the Intimidate on Calyx. They could max here. They could max the Calyx. I'm hoping it's not going to be the case. Let's find out together, though. We are going to see a Follow Me and Trick Room, I think. If this Glacial Lance, that's perfect. However, I don't think it's going to be that easy. Bring out the Geomancy. You think they Helping Hand Glacial Lance here? I guess that could be a play here. I just don't know because they could Helping Hand Max Quake the Instant slot as well. I think we just go for Dazzling Gleam and switch to Amoonguss. I think that's an okay trade-off. Yeah, I think that's an okay trade-off because Helping Hand Max Quake seems really threatening. I could Dynamax Xerneas if I really want to. And that could prevent Spore, which would be really nice. Maybe it is the better option. Might be the better option. I'm going to go hard in Amoonguss though. And I think I really just want to click Dazzle. But maybe it is just Dynamax here. Maybe it is just Dynamax attack here. You know what? I'm going to go for Dynamax Xerneas. Let's see. We're going to see the Calyx retreat into... Don't tell me this is Amoonguss. Good play on their part. I could have Dazzling Gleamed. Unfortunate. I guess it's okay though, since I can't get Spored since I went for Max. I went for the Fairy. So this is not terrible because I can't get put to sleep. Yeah, this isn't terrible. I got huge damage to Amoonguss. If they let me KO their Amoonguss, it's pretty nice. Yeah, it's pretty nice if they let me KO their Amoonguss. Big Xerneas Geomancy up. Huge. All right. What are you doing with Indeedee? Protect? Follow me. Okay. That works out beautifully for me, I think. I'll take that. Here comes a Starfall into the... Indeedee is able to break it to Sash. All right. I guess we just Giga Drain the Indeedee slot and we Starfall the Amoonguss. That is probably the play here. Yeah, that's the play here. So Giga Drain, Starfall. The thing is, we're using our Dynamax on the passive Pokemon. However, Trick Room's kind of running out for them, which is okay. And Protect Amoonguss makes sense because they're trying to bring in something next to the Amoonguss, I would imagine. We are able to get the KO onto their Indeedee and get the chip onto Amoonguss, so this was the best potential turn that we could have had. We could have brought out maybe Incineroar. I guess we could have brought in Palkia. We could have brought in Palkia and then reverse Trick Room after. That might not have been terrible. I think that might have been a better option. What is... Oh, okay. I was about to say, was that a red card or something? That was just... Leftovers Amoonguss. Interesting. Why not Black Sludge? All right. Calyx comes out. No surprise here. We're just going to hard Incineroar. There's no reason to risk my Amoonguss here when Incineroar is just such a good play here. Actually, we don't have to, right? No, we don't have to. We could just protect here. We could protect and go for a Max Starfall. Because they might try to read my Amoonguss into Incin and Max Quake that slot. I think it's just better go for the Max Starfall anyway. Into the Calyx slot and just protect. Yeah, I think it's okay. I wish this Yachi Berry could work against this Calyx because, man, that would be so much better here. However, not too bad of a position, I suppose. What's nice is this terrain is really helping us. Even though we can't Spore their Calyx, they can't Spore our Xerneas. So I guess it's even in that case. Protect the Amoonguss here. Let's find out. Oh, please tell me to target the Amoonguss slot with Quake. Hex. I completely forgot that Hex is a way that they can set up policy. They did Max Quake. This should be into the Amoonguss slot. Easy. Okay. That's really good. The problem is they did boost up their Spadef. However, they shouldn't have Pollen Puff on this team. We saw Protect. We should see Rage Powder, Spore, and Hex. Okay. Ooh, okay. That's all right. That's all right. We get Starfall off. We get some pretty decent damage into their Calyrex. That's really good damage. Yep. Okay. That's huge damage. And then when we bring in our Incineroar, we're going to be in a really nice spot. Yeah, this is really good. This is a really good turn. We can go for Rage Powder here. Yep, Rage Powder is always safe, and we can go for a Dazzling Gleam. Always the right play to Dazzling Gleam here and Rage Powder to prevent my Xerneas from taking that much hit. This should just be... I don't know what you're going to go for here. Protect plus... No, not Protect. Okay. That works. So what's the Amoonguss going for? Hex into Xerneas? Okay, just for chip. Makes sense. Doesn't do any damage, but chip is chip. They're going to go for the Quake into my Amoonguss slot. All right. Trick Room should be over this turn, and then I can go into Incin. This looks really strong here. This actually looks fantastic. Although their Calyrex is still pretty scary. They're now at +3. Going to be +2 after my Incineroar comes in. I wonder if I can knock out their Calyrex with Flare Blitz Gleam. I guess the question is, how fast is their Calyrex? That's also a question. The Amoonguss... the Spadef boost is going to be annoying. The Trick Room does return to normal. We go into Incin. We don't know what the speed stats are. We just don't know what the speed stats are. Oh boy. What are your speed stats? Because that's really important to know here. What are your speed stats? I think the play here is to... I think it's Flare Blitz. I think we risk the Flare Blitz here into the Calyrex and we Gleam. Because if... I think it's... Is it okay? We have Goggles, so we don't care about the Rage Powder. I think it comes down to speed tiers. Gleam. We did a KO, I guess is the big question. Okay, we are faster. We do get the knock on the Calyrex. Easy. Okay. That's really good. That's really good. All right. Goodbye, Calyrex Ice Rider. And all right. We're in a solid position here, I think, to take the win now. I think we're in a solid position to take the win now. Because if it's Palkia, it just goes down to Gleam, I think, and then we Flare Blitz the Amoonguss. Yeah, we're getting pretty lucky. Even though this has been Speed Incin, we faced Calyrexes, I think, that are just slow. We do see the Palkia come out, and yeah, we click Gleam here. Easily KOs the Palkia, I think. I don't think there's a Palkia that can live this. And then we Flare Blitz, because the only way their Palkia survives is by them getting a Spore off, and that's just not going to happen against me. I will prevent that with the Dazzling Gleam here. And even if it's not the case, they have to hit Hydro Pump into my Incineroar, which is not the most reliable move. We are able to eliminate the Palkia, and goodbye, Amoonguss. And that is the game. So it's really nice to not have to deal with Clear Smog Amoonguss in this format, because Clear Smog Amoonguss is something that is just really was threatening to the Xerneas back in 2019. However, with like other move options, we saw the Hex here that activates the policy. We obviously see a Pollen Puff in the format. We see Giga Drain to hit like Gastrodons in the format as well. But just the option, I think, in order to prevent the Spores off with the Max Starfalls, I think is what saved us. We got a lot of usage out of our Xerneas utility, and that was just huge, because Dynamax Xerneas, while it didn't get the best damage off that it could have, it really was just able to tank attacks, I think, or it would have taken attacks from, I think, the Calyrex Ice Rider, which was huge. And that is the show. There were a few things I think that were tricky for this duo. Zacian plus I think Thundurus or Zapdos looked pretty terrifying for this team, but overall worked pretty well. I was actually very pleasantly surprised on how this duo performed together. And the tools, of course, Incineroar and Amoonguss, really good partners for Xerneas. They of course really work well with Palkia. We didn't really get to see Landis or Regieleki be brought, but of course those probably are match dependent wise. And yeah, Palkia plus Xerneas, very interesting duo. And the Thunder Punch Incineroar kind of worked out. But if you did enjoy today's video, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And of course, if you want to check out the details of the team and the creator, I'll link them down below in the description. Grab the rental code on your screen right here. And of course, check out the rest of my series tool content, because because I use a lot of fun teams with a lot of cool Pokemon. Make sure you check out those videos. But otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. And until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.